Hello, hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. So, interesting day that I had, and I'm not going to say that it was bad. It was an interesting day, a very interesting day, to say the least. But what I wanted to share with you was this truth. The interesting days that I have, I'm thankful for those days because I learn a little bit more. I learn a little bit more. And it's a little bit just satisfying to experience something that is so interesting, so different from the norm of my day to day, that it just gives me like this sense of excitement. I have this sense of excitement because it wasn't just another normal boring day. Not that every day is boring, but it's just nice to have it be a little bit more interesting, you know? A little bit different from the usual. I like that. I appreciate that, you know? And even if the energies that I come around or have to be around or whatever, even if they're a little bit, the word I want to use is caustic for some reason, even if they're a little bit caustic, I don't stress about it because their energy is their energy and my energy is my energy. I'm just not matching their energy. I'm not matching their energy. And that's the thing with these individuals is that they want you to match their energy. They want you to react to their energy. They want you to see them as being a contender, a challenge to our good energy versus their negative energy. They believe that their negative energy can basically wipe out our positive energy. But I had that song on my mind. I've had some good days and I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. You catch all that? Basically, those people that want to make your day interesting in the negative way, your positivity outweighs their negativity no matter what they do or what they say. Just as someone's positive energy can be added to your positive energy and it be a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But someone that's negative and then you try to match that negative, that's a bigger negative. You don't want the negatives. You want to avoid the negatives. You want to stay away from the negatives. You don't want to be around that. You don't want to deal with those types of individuals. All right? You don't want to have to go to that lower part of yourself that you know you can go to if pushed. And that's why I say, you know, for a lot of us, especially God's chosen children, we have had a lot of days where we've had some hills to climb. We've had to deal with some negative energies. We've had to deal with some bad attitudes. We've had to deal with some stress that wasn't even warranted. But you know what? We call those interesting days. That was an interesting day. What I experienced was interesting. Do I wish to experience that again? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on if that day was a positively interesting day or a negatively interesting day. Either way, when you think about it, You look things over. You assess everything that occurred during that interesting day. You know that the good outweighs the bad. Now, for another individual, you can't necessarily say that. They can't necessarily say that. To them, that negative energy, that negativity is just piling up. I'm going to use the word adding up. It's just adding up. That negative energy. Negative after negative after negative after negative after negative. And they just never see that positive. They never find the positive in life. They only see the negative. And then they add to that negative. And then other people coming into their life or coming around them, they have to experience that negative. And then they get negative, possibly negative, from those individuals that are having to experience their negative. That's a lot of negative. That's a lot of negative. And at the end of the day, at the end of your life, if all you see over the past of your life is negatives and no positives, when I tell you, I think the saddest thing about that as well too, those individuals, their life shows all of the negativity. It all shows. It shows on their face, it shows in their body, it shows in their spirit, their mentality. It shows in the way they treat people and who is around them, the type of people that are around them. That negativity is all over their life. And that negativity, that's a drain. That's a drain on your life. That's a drain on your experience. That negativity can shorten your lifespan. So for a lot of these people at the end of their life, they're wishing that they had done things differently. They're wishing that they had seen things differently. They're wishing that they had treated people differently. They're praying that there is some kind of resolve at the end of their life. And when I tell you, they're going to leave a lot of people, not only their family and their friends and so-called loved ones, they're going to leave a lot of those people kind of wandering. Wandering and wondering. And a lot of those people that were in their life, all those negatives, they didn't add any positive to their life. All they added was negative. These people are going to be walking around for the rest of their days having all of that negative hanging in the balance, so to speak, hanging there. And the person that put that negative on them, they're going to have to work that out themselves. They're going to have to get rid of all of those negatives and find the positive in life. And sadly, a lot of those people do not. They do not find the positive. They follow in the same footsteps, those same negative footsteps. Don't do that to yourself. Please don't. Gotta go. Bye.